We just gonna go ahead and start the show, man.
Baseline.
Hey! Uh-huh. Yeah, P. We got the intro now.
Yes, sir.
Freestyle
Yes,
if
sir.
I want to.
Yep.
Listen. What? It's the Porch Podcast. Come on. What you say? The Porch Podcast. Come on. We gonna play with the Porch Podcast. Come on. Hey. Episode 104. They said they want more. Of course, we right here at your front door, cause we sitting on the porch. We keep flowing. Influential is here. Y'all already know, man. Yeah. Let the show start. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man. Woo!
The original. I love it. He firing off on them buttons already.
Right.
Yes, sir. Oh man, it is that magical time of the year, man. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
it.
Right before Christmas, man.
Right.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Porch Podcast, man. You know, holiday season rapidly approaching, man. You know,
Right.
just a couple days away, man. By the time y'all see this, obviously, whatever you didn't get, if you ain't getting it next day delivery on Prime, it's a chance it might not happen in time.
Right.
all
That
I'm saying.
rhyme.
Let's go to
Yeah,
that.
that rhyme. If you ain't getting it on Prime, it's a chance it ain't gonna happen on time.
Yeah. Or
Or
is it on time? And that's right where I'm at with it, man. Talking about the perfect timing for the perfect gift. What
right.
is the perfect timing for the perfect gift?
I think the perfect timing for the perfect gift. I can give an example when I did it and I didn't
Okay.
know. Because usually when it
Okay.
happens, you don't know that you're doing that.
Right.
I think it was a couple Christmases ago, and I actually, bought my oldest niece a pair of Uggs,
No doubt.
and I remember when I sent it to y'all was like
Always
this.
blessing. You always blessing them.
You was like, did she tell you she wanted these? And he was like, I was like, nah. She was like, she just showed us this picture of these.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day I sent y'all the picture. Yeah, I just got her these. That was the perfect gift at the perfect time for me.
Oh yeah.
I believe. Yeah. I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that's one that always sticks out in my head because I didn't know. It just happened.
Yeah, I think that's how most of the perfect gifts happen,
Right.
unsuspecting of when the time is. Um, and I believe that what makes it more perfect is it's not necessarily attached to a holiday or a specific thing that's going on.
Right.
That's when I think most of the time when the most perfect gifts take place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
that simple thing. You know what I mean? I've been in line behind people at, different fast food restaurants and somebody may pay it forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know what the circumstances. I could have had a pocket full of money or just enough to get something or whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that they did what they did, it was the perfect gift at the perfect time.
Yeah. I just did that
And
the other day. Paid it for it.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man, where you know you appreciate everything that you blessed to get, but
Mm-hmm.
it's always a little something that takes place. Either you make it happen in your life, or sometimes you don't even realize, man, you being blessed with a gift. You don't even realize it because the people do it,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly speaking, you didn't know that it didn't almost go that way.
Right.
You didn't know. I mean, I think about some experiences in my life that have transpired, and I was just really really fortunate. So it makes me think about it during this time of the year, man.
It's
About,
the most
right,
wonderful
right,
time of the year.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But it's kind of like part of the catalyst of what's been kicking off. Me and the family got our vlog channel that we talk about, man, and
Rain and Rainy's on the rise.
that's it. Check it out on YouTube, man. At Triple R going far. That's the handle for it. Triple R
Triple
going
R
far.
going far. Yeah. That
And
sound like he handled like a yo-yo in and out.
yeah, well, we hit them off. We be hitting them off, juking them and everything. But oh, I see what time it is. Yeah, yeah. So we've been doing these 12 days of Christmas vlogs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Calling it Vlogmas, obviously. And it's funny Obviously, man, the behind the scenes element of it is even more hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Quick touch editing make it look magical. But what's most important more than anything else is the opportunity that we have just to really be able to enjoy the gift of love and support for one another.
Right.
And I think that the older that we get, I think we understand more and more that as nice as the gift may be, you know, I think it's the opportunity just to enjoy each other that's really the gift, man.
Right.
Um, and it's funny because we cut it down. We used to do 25 days of Christmas, like you were saying before, bruh.
Right.
And we used to, document everything and put it on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
people would look at it and they would respond. They thought it was cool. They thought it was nice that we were doing it. And then somewhere along the way, I don't know if it was life just put us in different time periods where responsibilities and you know and whatever you got to do changes, priorities change a little bit.
Right.
We fell off from it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year, the wife wanted to bring it back, together. And because we got this whole vlog thing that's going on now, I just thought it was a great opportunity to like put it on display. And it's the funniest thing because everybody ain't gonna be on the same page all the same time.
Right.
But when the heart is involved and people really truly care about each other, they
Right.
always find a way.
Always find a way.
They always find a way. So this is a great season, man. This is a
Right.
season to make people get back to the things, the basics, get back to situations that allow them to be able to, you know, not just make, you know, the time that they have together just okay, standard time, but
Right.
special time,
Right.
special time. A lot of things going on, man. So what's going on with you? I know you recently didn't you just do I know you always DJing something, you
Yeah.
know, comedy show or something last weekend just went by.
Comedy show. I had a holiday party. I DJ at Change Church. We was, they had to change our us. They was giving away gifts.
Nice.
Little happy hours. I've been blessed, man. Been blessed, been staying busy. You know, just I got to do the. I had to do the the political event for a grand opening of three candidates. They're having a runoff in Trenton for city council at large. Crystal Feliciano, Yasmin Ellie Gonzalez, and Jassy Edwards. Um, all are teaming up to move forward through this runoff, and I've been selected to be the guy that plays the music at the grand opening. So I took care of that.
Man,
You know what
clap
I
it up
mean.
for that. Clap it up for
Let's
that.
clap it up.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up. So
People
I do
recognizing them skills.
I do a lot, and I'm thankful. I'm blessed.
That's what's
Last week
up,
I
man.
had my campaign of it was called a weekend, an influential weekend. If you look at each picture, that's what my hashtag said. An influential weekend. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's
Gig
dope.
one, gig two. Oh, I'm kind of the king of hashtags on the low. Breathing blessed and booked.
Triple B's, baby. The
Triple
triple B's.
B's. You know
Triple
what I
B's.
mean? I make it simple, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Listen,
Mm-hmm.
cheese steak. You know what I mean? Just a little hungry right
B's,
now.
man.
It's okay.
Yeah. I ain't nah. I'm just glad you didn't say nothing. One of those B's had anything to do with something that rhymed with glow. That's all.
Oh
I mean,
no,
I'm just
no, 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 no. We're
oh,
not we're not even going to touch that today because what we're speaking on is holiday time, and it's enough
right.
white substance outside. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean? So to stay outside. So what I'm going to speak on is people either the question they ask: have you
Mm-hmm.
been naughty or have you been nice?
Oh my goodness. And see, this right here has to be addressed. It has to be. It
Right,
has to be. I'm of the mindset that, I think you need a little blend of a lot of different things in this world. Not everything, obviously. But
right,
I think that when you ask the question about whether or not a person's been naughty or nice, I think it needs to be like, who are you talking to?
right.
Right? Who are you talking to? Like, because that response is a
Yeah.
little different depending. Like if I'm talking to my children,
Mhm.
been naughty or nice, in my mind, I already kind of got the answer
Yeah.
in my mind.
Right.
In reality, I want to hear them at least say that they're committed to being nice.
Right. Right.
Flip side.
Flip side.
I asked the wife, kind of rooting for the naughty side.
Yeah, wife came and said you want to naughty or nice. Naughty, be bad as shit. Dude,
Yeah.
listen.
Cut all the way up.
Yeah, cut up. Cut up.
You know, and I say that, man, because I think that it's a little blend of the world, man. You need to kind of blend some of these things, man. I just think that it's worth a conversation. You
Right.
know, I would say to anybody out there that's of age, man. Hopefully, everybody who's listening is grown. But I understand if you're not.
Mm-hmm.
If you're grown and you got somebody that you cool and comfortable with, maybe you want to ask them if they've been naughty or nice.
Right.
Now, just be prepared for their response.
Right. I mean, back in the day when I was, when I wasn't married,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you was filthy.
I was. Damn, bro.
Hellacious.
I used to DJ a lot of naughty and nice parties.
Right.
They used to have me on the flyer on some.
I heard.
Yeah, you heard because you wasn't there. Yeah, you was home. As you should have been. You know what I mean? It was naughty and nice. Don't stop, pop that. That's how the music was going. That's how the music was going in there. I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock right
now, I know we get to a certain point, right, where you outgrow certain things.
now. Right.
But see, in that case, you was working.
Yeah.
You don't ever outgrow how you make money in my.
Oh
my
no.
But times are different.
Yeah.
Times are different.
I mean, just last night I had to play Cash Money representing for the 99 to 2000. Girl, your workout was some cash and yeah. No, I goes in, P. That's how I stay consistent.
No,
You gotta do your part. Gotta do your part.
And I know you're doing a few holiday parties, and it's some conservatives. You just talked about a whole thing about being the DJ to
Right.
some of these political figures, to some
Right.
of these events and stuff like that.
Right.
My question is when you drop something like that, are they still conservative, or do they go ahead and cut all the way up? Do they go from being nice to naughty, depending on it? Because I believe the DJ has a lot of control over who's being naughty or nice inside of.
They're naughty. They get naughty. And some stay nice. But let me tell you this.
I can appreciate a politician that's willing to do that. Because at least they let me know they're human.
They're human. Let me tell you the truth, though. The biggest thing that I love.
I appreciate that, man. Why? Any other time you be lying? Any other
No.
time?
No. I'm gonna tell you my biggest.
I was just trying to figure out. I don't know you to do that. Like, right? Okay.
My favorite thing about doing events is the fact that I'm controlling the whole room with just these two things right here.
His hands. In case y'all can't see it in radio land.
Yeah, his hands. You know what I mean? I mean, it's more than your hands, but it's honestly an energy.
Yeah.
So you want to go in with a great energy. You know what I mean? I think that's what honestly, in the long run, created me to become a better DJ was having energy. That's what a lot of and it's crazy. I don't even talk as much. Like I got a podcast, as the Porch. People known to let me say I talk, but sometimes when I get in that booth, I don't say a word because I'm letting the music talk to you.
I think you're therapists, man. I think DJs are the right DJs are therapists.
We therapists. We're chefs.
Ooh, how's that? Explain that. Break that down.
Oh, I'm gonna break it all down. Some people wear therapists. Some people wear chef.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a single day. Some people, some females. I was the fix. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
what I mean by the therapist is people be stressed out and they need that music to talk to them. So when you read in that room and you read in that energy, you got to turn around and you drop the right joints for the right time. Because everything ain't about talking to somebody deep when they need therapy. Some people just want to get loose. Don't stop, pop that. Don't stop, pop that.
I was head shaking, agreeing, and
Right.
then that happened.
Right, but
No,
that's
I
what I'm
agree
saying.
with
That's
you, but
that's
I
what they mean.
understand.
That's what I mean with some of them get loose. When I say chef, sometimes I'm just cooking up a good mix to give them food for the soul, that food for thought.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, now I'm there now. I'm there now.
That's where the chef comes in at. And then
Right.
the fix, with some rooms that I'm in there playing. Wanna put my fingers through your hair, wrap me up through your line, and love you till your eyes roll back. I'm trying to put you to bed. And then really put something to bed. Like that's what really used to happen back in the day sometimes. I'm just keeping it
Hey,
real, man.
nah,
I
hey,
just didn't want to listen. I didn't want to tell. I ain't gonna lie.
hey, man, you can confess your history or make it a mystery. That's up to
Yeah.
you. You
Ooh, this
decided
boy
to be a mystery.
always rhyming, man. I tell you that.
You
He
know,
always rhyming.
it
You
is. You
know.
gotta, Hey, my thing is this, man. Or when you were DJing, and that's a great thing. You said a chef. Clearly, you were more than a vegan chef.
Right.
Because you can do it you can do it clean or you can do it dirty.
Right.
Right. You can do a soul food style.
Right.
Right. But you can also grill them and barbecue.
Bruh, I was grilling barbecue. I
Mm-hmm.
was doing soul food style.
Right.
I was doing Latino Spanish food style. I was Jamaican food. I listen.
Right.
All of
Listen,
it.
great.
Head
DJ, man.
tie, killing what they know.
DJ's a chef.
Just
DJ is a
get the
chef.
jerk chicken to go. Head tie.
See? A DJ is a chef. He is a counselor. He's a therapist.
Yeah.
You know, he's a historian.
He's a historian, definitely. He's definitely a
Okay,
historian.
or they. I'm not gonna just say
They're
he. You got some
historians.
awesome female DJs as well.
Right.
It's a great thing, man. I don't know.
But
If they look at it.
let me tell you what else. It's certain professions, I'm sorry. Certain professions that have that same quality. DJs are one, we just established that. But another one is a barber or a hairstylist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
therapists, they're a chef. They're like they cooking up a look. They're talking to
Yeah.
you while they're doing it.
Speaking of that,
You know what I
of that,
mean?
they're going to be getting a lot of. So here's the thing. I'm saying this to lead up to my question.
Okay.
Those stylists and those therapists. I mean, those stylists and those barbers
Yeah.
that are therapists. I was trying. My bad for skipping the barbers. Those stylists and those barbers who are therapists. I think you guys, probably gonna get a little bit of an earful after this holiday season. Reason why I say that is leads me to my question. As a man, do we really get what we, and I'm gonna use this loosely, y'all. Do we really get what we deserve, right? Or is it really even ever really about us, Christmas, as far as gift giving, in your opinion?
Um, I'm not gonna say we don't get what we deserve.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that because I'm not. It's not really me looking for. I'm not really looking for much.
Right.
But what was this other question you said? Or do we get? If we don't get what we
Do we
deserve,
do we if we do you think that we feel like we get what we deserve,
uh,
right? And basically,
oh, is it really about us? Yeah, I
is
just
it
don't think.
really about
I
us?
just don't think it's about us. That's
Okay.
that's what I believe. First of all, I always looked at Christmas as being really about kids,
Right.
right? But the reason why, as us being married, the wives may get good gifts, better gifts. I'm not saying we get bad gifts, but better gifts and things of that nature. Is because they were once kids too, right? And I'm not saying that they
Okay.
haven't grown up because
No, I got you. I'm with you.
we've all grown up. We're all adults, but
Mhm.
you know, I can't remember what Pop was getting from Christmas from Mom,
Okay. So you went
yeah.
right there.
And I can't say I actually remember what Pop was getting Mom, but because I didn't say he didn't. I can't, but it was about us. If you paid
Yeah, I can't
attention,
recall it. I can't recall it.
this is what
I
I'm.
can't
This is
recall one specific thing. No.
so when I'm speaking on, it's not really about why. This is why I say it's not really about us. It's because I know that Pop bought Mom something. We just don't know what it was. And we know that because we're husbands ourselves. So we know,
Right.
you know what you buy your wife, I know what I buy, and you know your wife buys you things, but I really don't, I don't feel like it's about us. I believe it's about the kids, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it
Hence why,
makes
hence why you feel like it's not necessarily that we don't get what we deserve. I see what
right,
you're saying.
right. That's why I say that
Right,
because
right, right. That makes sense.
you know we at the certain point, it's not that a man don't like gifts.
Hmm.
But you just start. You don't really expect shit after a while. You know what I mean? Like
I think you're right.
yeah, we the providers. We're the ones that that do it. You know what I mean? So when
Yeah,
you,
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, that's why we pretty much appreciate pretty much any. This is why you can look on TV and it never really bothered me. At first, it did when I was younger and didn't understand. It was. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say I was ignorant to that. It's not necessarily ignorant or immature to it, but I just didn't see it that way. When you would look on TV and every
Hmm.
time they would have Christmas sales, you would see get that beautiful gift for her. It'll be Zell's, K,
Right.
Jarrett's, and
Oh
then
yeah.
it'd be like get that great gift for him. It'd be fucking Home Depot
Or
and
Lowe's. Yeah.
Lowe's
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
get him
Ace
a
Hardware store.
Ace Hardware or get him a tie at Macy's.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, give me your five, in your opinion, your five things that's on the dads or husbands or boyfriends, whoever that is,
Yeah,
that significant other in your life that's a man. Top five things that you think will wind up on pretty much a universal list. It's just your opinion.
universalist. Okay, so if you're not a man that doesn't deal with tools, you're gonna get either a tie,
Hmm.
if you dress up tight, but if you're not, you're gonna get you some hoodies or some clothes. It's gonna be some clothes, right?
Okay.
Um, maybe a hat, shit of that
Okay.
nature, right? If you so I'm gonna say hat, scarf, coat, right? I'm gonna
Okay.
count them as just one. Because regardless if you dress up or not, you might get a hat, scarf, or a coat, right? Now, tool wise, you might end up with a 50-piece tool set, new joint with the new bolts, maybe a ratchet set, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
And listen, if they really balling they gonna get you a drill. You know what I mean? Because
Hey,
really,
listen.
they really want you to hang some shit up. That's really what it's about.
Bruh. I've been looking. The reason why I asked you that question is because when you look online at different things,
Yeah,
it's pretty much a standard, right? Like so.
right,
All right. Universally, this is going to apply to different people. A
right.
tie is on every man's list
Tie, yep, yeah. Because he's
because at
still
some
supposed to
point or
own a
another,
tie.
you're going to go to something eventually that's going to require you to have a tie.
I got a
It's going to
bunch of
eventually happen.
ties, so I don't need no more.
Exactly. But a
Right,
tie is a pretty much
yep.
standard thing for it, right? Socks.
Socks, yeah.
Okay, socks are going to show up.
Hmm.
If you got facial hair, or if you just keep your facial hair trimmed, you're going to
Yeah,
get some kind of electric razor or something that can make sure you can groom your
yeah.
face and stuff.
Make sure you good.
Okay, that's the third thing. Depending on, and I know this is going to sound a little bit different, whoever the significant other is, lady in that situation, some women like to dress their man. Some
Right.
women like to see certain things on them. Cologne is usually the fourth. Something they
Colognes on
want them
there.
to they want
Want them
them
to
to
smell
smell a
like.
certain type of
Right.
way. And then the fifth one is a tool, like you just said. It's going to be a tool. It's going to be something because, like you said, the way that they're thinking is at some point or another, you're going to need to screw something back together. You're going to need to drill something. You're going to need to do
Hmm.
something.
Right.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because is in most cases, to me, the thought that goes into gifts, especially when it comes to men, is what we may need at some point.
Right.
Versus, I think
Oh,
when
we
we
get what
shop
we
for
now.
ladies,
Now,
I feel
here's the
like
thing: we get what we
mm,
need. I'm sorry to cut your wisdom, but they usually get us what we need, and we get them what they like.
okay. So that's where I was going with it.
Right. That's pretty much usually what happens. Yeah.
Right. So like for instance, to me, if somebody asked me to write them a Christmas list, is it's very difficult for me.
Right.
Twofold. One reason I don't really wait till Christmas holiday to get the things that I need. If I need something, I pretty much
Go get
find a
it
way to go and get it when I need it.
all the time.
Um, Second of all, as a person, like you say, become men, and we're just accustomed to providing and creating these different things for other people, we eliminate creating lists because of the fact that we're always working on other people's lists. It doesn't make sense for us to make another list for ourselves.
Right.
It just, to me, it just doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring that up, and the reason why I say that is because I know that I have had conversations with different men who feel slighted when they don't get gifts that to them they
Right.
feel like they are deserving of.
I can't never
And
say I never felt like that before in life because I have, but you
mm,
know, I recently was just having a conversation with somebody about this, and I just started thinking, and it was like, I really don't need much anyway, though. You know what I mean?
mm,
You know,
mm,
I mean, honestly, everything that was the necessity list, a couple things on that necessity list, I would be real thankful for. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I always can go good with a good sweater. You know what I mean? You
mm,
can win me over. You can win me over every year. If you buy me a new pair of Timbs every year, I'm happy because they gonna last me a good year anyway. You know what I mean? You know,
mm.
I'm always cool with that. I like footwear is easy with me, but I think the best gifts that touch me is when they're thoughtful gifts with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like
I,
like a perfect example. This wasn't a Christmas gift, but one of the best gifts my wife ever bought was the Kiss and Fab album. Right?
mm-hmm.
She knew that was this is when we kind of was like really first dating. She knew that was one of my favorite albums. Like it was probably my favorite album at that time.
Right.
Fact that I'm a DJ, she actually got me the vinyl of that album, and it came. It was a collector's edition with them signing it.
Oh, that's dope.
So I was like, when I seen this, I'm like, hey yo, this is super dope. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I would never say because I got the CD, I got the I mean I got the I'm a DJ, I got the MP3 files. I would never thought, but when she bought that,
Right.
it hit a spot like boom. Oh, she thought
Yeah.
about that. Or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
another gift that was great. My youngest daughter, of course she ain't got no job. You know what I mean? But
Right.
she liked making crafts, and she made a bracelet, and it was green. She know that's my favorite color, and in the middle it had an E. You know what I mean? You know
Sound like an
she
eagle. Sound like Eagles bracelet. Go ahead.
Yeah, but she
Go ahead.
but she thought about that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's his favorite color? And I know his name's E. I'm putting that in there. And then last year in Christmas, and then she gave me that but last year because my oldest daughter, she pays attention. Like most of the days when I'm off, this dude
Mm-hmm.
when he's off of work, he got a sweatsuit on.
Mm-hmm.
She bought me a Nike sweatsuit, right?
Dope. Dope.
All black, and
Mm-hmm.
got me this it's like a metal statue that sits on my desk at work of a dude DJing.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I get frustrated at work, I look at that. I'm like, yeah, that's really who I am. I ain't worried about that. So those gifts all were personal to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were
Now I get it.
personal to me. So that's why those gifts stand out like that. It's like, yeah, they sat back and really thought about that. You know what I mean? And it was amazing. So
Yeah. I'd rather one really nice, well thought out gift than multiple gifts that you just thought that you know
yeah, he could use this.
he can use this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
listen,
it's just different, man.
I
It's
don't
just a different thing.
you do much more crafts and stuff for me, but I do fix things and tighten up stuff. It's just like, even if people don't see it, you got your own stuff. As many tools as you have,
Mm-hmm.
Pete, you probably grab the same screwdriver every time.
Pretty much. Nah,
Yeah,
you develop
I'd be like, give me that. I need this one for this
yeah,
one right
pretty
here.
common
Like,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah. My thing is just to piggyback off of what you were saying before though about like the thought that went into it. Um, See me, even if you're thinking from the perspective of, you know, we may need this down the road.
right,
For every one of those that you take off the table in terms of responsibility for me to have to go and get, it's a step in the direction to make it what I really want life to be about anyway, and that's for my family to be comfortable.
right,
Um, I think the reason why we can't recall Pop or Mom exchanging gifts during the holidays is because we were the reason and we were the focus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
We
mean.
also didn't see the things that they just did for each other every day.
Right,
You know,
bruh. That's what I mean.
so that's why it's like it's funny because you would say to yourself, I can't recall what they got on Christmas, but we can't even recall the things that they did for each other every day. So
Every
that
day.
just means that we was busy being kids while that was happening. I'm
But
saying
they,
that because
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
I'm saying that because during this holiday season, like I said, with the beauticians and the barbers, they're gonna hear some stories about, man, I did this, that, and the third, man, and all I wanted was, maybe breakfast for Christmas or something like that. You're
mm,
gonna hear some of those things, and I
right,
and I would say to anybody who feels like that you're potentially putting yourself in a position to be not heartbroken but disappointed by whatever may come your way.
right,
Understand that there's a level of responsibility for you as well, right?
right,
So there's a lot of things that go on, and a lot of times people say, "Well, I just wanted to happen without saying," but that's the problem. We don't communicate and we don't, have conversations, and then we wait for things like Christmas season to come up to try to show our appreciation. And if we miss on it,
right,
then it'd be like, okay, this person really don't value me. I did this, that, and the third. And to me, I don't want the magic of the holiday to be oversighted by what gift a person gets.
right.
I just think that the world is bigger than that. But before we get any deeper into this episode, man, I want to talk
Yeah.
to y'all about
Same thing I
a
was gonna do.
company. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
a company that could take care of all of your holiday, event planning needs, whether it's the Christmas holiday, which is obviously too late at this point. But you got New Year's, you got other holidays coming up. Got a one-stop shop company that could take care of all your needs. AE, let them know who it is, bro. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show. Hey,
So,
real, I want to tell you this real quick before we move forward. That so I just looked at a couple. Had the top 65 gifts for men, but I'm just gonna
okay.
give you the top quick five. The first one is Beats, some Dre Beats like earbuds.
Oh, okay. I like
Okay,
that.
now number two is some socks. They were saying J. Crew joints in here specifically.
Yeah, J. Crew, Drake. I got some J. Crew clothes. I like J. Crew.
A jacket.
There's the coat I was talking about.
Yeah, Patagonia tool bag.
There it is. All right,
No,
now
no,
we
no.
getting.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yep. And another set of Bluetooth speak like a Bluetooth speaker.
Right. Keep going though. I want to hear a little bit more. I want to hear a little more. We ain't heard
Okay, a
me.
scarf.
I said that. I said
Yeah,
a scarf, coat, and a hat, didn't
hiking sweatpants.
I? Okay, I like them though. I like
A
sweat.
bar of soap.
A
Bars of
bar.
soap. Yeah,
Wait.
specific Marlowe #2 body scrub soap. Like not just your everyday joint, but a nice scrub joint. You know what
Man,
I mean?
I don't need that
Okay, trade coffee subscription.
coffee
You know,
subscription.
a Sonos mini subwoofer
Okay, I like
Bluetooth
that.
speaker.
I like
You know what
that.
I mean? Mocha Master KBGV coffee maker,
That's not bad.
sweater,
There it is. I said sweaters was on there.
aromatherapy bath oil.
Mm.
Okay,
Got
a table,
got.
a little Bluetooth table light, not Bluetooth. Yeah, Bluetooth table light.
I think Bluetooth shit is gonna go. It will always work good for people, for men, man.
Scully, another pair of sweatpants, and cologne.
Okay.
Duffel bag for travel.
Oh, I like bags, so I don't get mad at that. I use them too.
Yeah, and they got some Air Force Ones and a little pizza oven.
Right. So listen, let me ask you this:
Basically that, man. Basically that's what that is.
when you fly, bro, just since you just still talking about a duffel bag,
Mhm.
what kind of bag you got? You got a roller joint?
Depends on how many days.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. If I'm flying and I'm going to be there for the weekend, I can get it off with a small roller duffel that I could put in above the
Yeah,
above cabin space area in the plane. If
right.
it's 5 to 7 days, it's probably going to be something that I'm checking.
Yeah. Now I do. I got a couple bags that's good that I put on my back. That's one. You know what I mean. Shout out to Soul Premise. You know I got them. I got two of their bags. One of them could fit about 5 pairs of sneakers in it, but I had to stop carrying that on trips that were flights because it was just too much on my back carrying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now that I use that for if I'm doing a road trip, then boom, you could throw that in there. That's perfect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if I'm doing a flight, I got the smaller sole premise. I wear that on my back and I pull the roll bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the smaller bag is my check bag. It's my personal, and then the other one is, you know, I check.
I got
I do it as a carry on, but I put it up top. You know, I don't mind paying. I ain't worried about all that.
you. I get you. So talking about, like you said, them gifts and stuff, like you said, and even traveling, and since we're talking about, things, not just things of us moving around, but you also got to bring in, like we were talking about before, man, some of these the shipping, and like we made the joke about Prime and all of that.
Mhm.
We're past that time of the year again, man. You got to watch them Porch Pirates, man.
Yes.
There's a lot of things going on with that. I know that we got some questionable things going on where, we're trying to locate some things here ourselves. Um, so, you know, be mindful of that as well, y'all. I was looking. Robert De Niro, somebody actually broke into the crib,
Mm.
right? Broke into the crib to steal, to literally play like the Grinch who stole Christmas.
On De Niro?
Robert De Niro, you know what I mean? 3:30 in the morning, the cops said, you know what I mean? It was a 30-year-old woman, you know, who some kind of way pried the doors open allegedly and got in the house trying to steal Robert De Niro's Christmas gifts. I guess she thought the casino was really in his crib or something.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? But he just don't seem like nobody you need to be playing with.
Period.
You know, period.
I think
You know,
because I know he might be typecast, but that really might just be him.
right? It may not even be a role. I
Don't
don't think
play
they
with
gave him a
Bobby
script.
like that, man. Don't
I
play
don't
with
even think they
Bobby
gave
like
him.
that,
I
man.
don't think they gave him a script. I think they just said everyday life, go. You know what I mean?
Nah, they gave him a script on that movie when he was singing the Ice Cube shit doing karaoke.
Yeah, that's different. See, he couldn't be.
Right.
All the other characters were him.
Right.
But all jokes aside, though, man, be mindful out there, y'all, with them gifts and stuff like that, man. Like I said, these porch pirates and stuff out there moving around. It's a tough time of the year, but everybody that's out there doing the things that they doing, everybody ain't out there, with the best intent.
Right.
Even moving around out here, I know we live in a world now where we're so accustomed to clicking the button and having things come to the crib, which is a
Mm-hmm.
great alternative to actually physically going to places. But just be mindful, be careful out there, man. Because we share the world with interesting people who
Yep.
do things all the time that are questionable.
Right.
You know
But
what I mean?
you
Which go ahead.
definitely hit on the nail there. And no, not to switch lanes, but I switch it
Nah,
a
go
little
ahead.
bit.
Hmm.
You sent me a text this weekend, man, and it was I can't remember the person's TikTok. They did the little split, and the little girl. It was a movie with a little girl in it, and she said, "My dad said jobs are like prisons, right?
Schools.
Schools are like
Schools are
prisons. Schools
correct.
are like
Yep.
prisons, right?"
Hmm.
And they said, then they trained you. What she said? Then they train you to work a job that's like another prison. He was like, "School's not like a prison." He said, "Can I leave when I want?"
And destroyed it. That line right there, like you said, she said to
Uh,
the teacher, the principal, schools are like prisons.
yeah.
Schools are not like prisons. They train you to work for another place for 20 something years, 30 something years, basically putting the time period like you serving time in prison to just be able to live. He said, they're not, schools are not like prisons. He said, then she said, can I leave now or leave when I want to? He said, no.
Did he
And
look?
it
But
cuts off. And it
yeah.
looks at her and like,
Damn, you right.
we kind of talked about this, man.
Right.
And getting ready to go into a new year.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that once again, we certain conversations that me and you have often,
Yeah.
often, whether it has anything to do with our personal lives or just things that we notice.
Mhm.
I just happened to catch that. I wasn't looking for that. I
Nah, it
just
just
saw it
popped
and was
up, and he was like, "Let me
like,
send this to
wow, let
you."
me send this to E real quick because we had these conversations all the time. The main thing about that, because some people will be offended, but I don't know if it's school teachers or people who believe in the power of education. I would never tell anybody to not learn. I would never tell anybody to not acquire an education. But without spending a bunch of time on it, she made an excellent point as a child. I'm quite sure somebody, I don't think that was her idea. Somebody probably gave her a script to say it. But like anything else in life, all she was pointing out is that I have my own mind, but
Mm-hmm.
yet I'm involved in a system that is already kind of regimented for me to follow the blueprint of those before me and what they intend for it to do.
Right.
My question as a child is can I leave?
Right.
And if you tell me no, then the only thing that I can equate that situation to is a situation of confinement,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking about the holidays and everything like that, we got to make sure that we're of the right mindset, not just with gifts and all that
Absolutely.
kind of stuff. We got to make sure we have the right mindset, man, so that when we get ready to go into whatever we're getting ready to do, it should be understood that it's not prison like. It's not an incarcerated situation. It's not something where your mind is fixated and trapped on things.
Right.
Because it leads me to another thing, bruh. We kind of touched on it I believe last week or maybe the week before, is that you can't do everything at one time,
Can't.
right? You can't do everything at one time, which is why I think, like I said, we're talking about the end of this year, wrapping up, getting ready for 2023, the gift of the year, and all the things that we're doing and stuff that we may get. It's so funny how many people are going to get exercise equipment,
Right.
gym memberships. They're going to get all of these different things as gifts,
Right.
as gifts. But nobody asked the person that they're giving it to whether or not they wanted that as a gift. Like, I think that most adults, we get what we want,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We get what we want. Like, if I don't have a gym membership, you don't need to gift it to me because chances are, if I wanted one,
Right.
I would have went and got it,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is when it comes to you getting ready to prepare yourself to do the next thing, like that child said, ask yourself the question before you get started:
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to be trapped into this? Am I going to be stuck in it? Or am I willing to go into that situation knowing I got to put the work in and that the gift of it is basically to succeed at the thing that I'm great at?
Right.
Which one do I really want to do?
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that this time of year, to me, is a time of year for you to really make that real hard choice. That real hard choice. Am I going to just do what everybody wants me to do, or am I going to give myself the gift of, you know, dedicating my life to making an adjustment and making it something
Absolutely.
that I really want to do?
Right.
If you take care of yourself, you can take care of others. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take no care of nobody else.
Absolutely. And that's the mind frame that a man has to have. It's like
Right.
watching it. Watching the fellow another fellow podcast, the Pivot, and was the
Absolutely.
episode that shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Right.
Shout out to the Pivot, man.
Yeah.
Great
So
show.
it had the episode where Wallow was on there,
Hmm.
and they was talking about when he first came home and he was trying to holler at the girl, and they was looking at it. They thought he was playing, and he said it's because they be in the they holler at people in the DMs now. Ain't nobody really walking up on nobody no more. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
he said, but they said something. He was like, he just really got to the point where he said, a man ain't got no business really trying to holler at a woman if he ain't got his stuff together first.
Come on.
Like if he ain't
Come
got
on.
he ain't got nowhere to live. He ain't got nowhere to, he ain't got his own money and all that type of stuff. You said
Right.
you got to focus on yourself first to
Hmm.
be able to, and that's the thing. That's the thing. This is why me personally, as a man, I knew that I had to make adjustments. As of recent, dealing with different things in life, in order for me to be the best husband I could be. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Because
Right.
mentally, I was, being disturbed by some things that was happening. You know what I mean? And it
Check
was
out the episode of the Pivot E with Charlemagne the God. Right where you about to go with the mental health part.
right. Well, Charlemagne, the guy, shout out to him. He's always a big
Just
advocate
watch
about mental health. You know what I mean? But I am,
watch
I
that
am,
one.
yeah, I am,
But go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So, and
Had
that
to get
pretty
some things
much,
right in your life. Right.
what you say now? Get some shit right
You
in my
said you had
life.
to get some. That's what
Oh,
you were saying. You know, you had to get some
okay. I
things.
thought you said that will get you some things right. Like, what you know is wrong with me? I'm messing with you, bro. You know I got to do that.
Nah, I mean, just,
You know what I mean? I
I
must say this too. I haven't said this yet. That's a nice fucking hat, man. That's a nice hat. Let's clap it up for your hat.
hold you right here.
Yeah, that's that's clap it up for you. Let's clap it up for your hat, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you know
okay.
what I
I had
mean?
appreciation. The hat
Yeah,
says thank you.
yeah. That's a nice hat, man. I'll give you all that, man. But yeah, it's just to be the right person, you got to be the right shoe. And sometimes, man, it's something that just actually clicked in me yesterday.
You got stuff that click in you.
Yeah, my brain, my mind, my thoughts click. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, this dude here.
You know, I'm sorry, y'all, because he be
Yeah,
doing so good, and then I start him up. My
yeah,
bad.
nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I pretty much just learned a lot of what my role is. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Man, I've been put on this earth to be a provider. Period. Like,
Hmm.
get money. That's what it is. And sometimes I start chilling because I'm trying to adjust this balance of being a great husband, and you got to spend time and you got to be home. But my job is to get it while get rich or die trying, almost like a 50 Cent type thing. But
Hmm.
do it the smart way. You know what I mean? Where once you start getting money working for you, you physically ain't got to be the one that always out there running to get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
mind is just in overgear. It's like boom. That's why it's like it broke. I had another dream about mom recently. You know what I mean? Because a couple weeks ago she told me, "All right, now it's time to get back to being you." That's what she told me. Then the other day, I didn't see her though. I could just hear her. Then the other day I had one. I actually seen her. She hugged me and said, "Remember what I said?" Boom, took off because I knew exactly what she meant. You know what I mean? Let's clap that up. Let's clap.
That's great, man.
Let's clap
Nah, I mean, I know
that
what
up
you
right
mean on
there.
that one, man. But you was making a strong, like you said, strong point about just being a
Being the
provider,
best
man.
you have to get yourself together to be the best that you can be.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's why I'm in the gym every day. That's why I'm trying to eat better. Because
yeah.
that really helps with your thoughts.
Now, listen, especially the older you get, because I think that what we got to remember, man, is these are original parts, man,
Right.
and it's just like taking care of a vehicle that you had for,
Right.
if
You got a
when
couple replacement parts on you though, man. Aftermarket joints.
nah, they OEMs. I mean, they
Yeah.
still good money. They came straight from a different factory. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It ain't like they put like like this a LG shoulder, with a Frigidaire. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, the point that we were saying though is that it's a different situation about just being a provider.
They
People got to learn.
OEMs.
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
they're original. They're original.
Yeah, original. Yeah.
So,
All
so
my parts original. You
that's
know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So that's why I'm P original, but I do have you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
some replaced parts. But what I was getting ready to say though is it's like you were saying about being a provider and being accustomed to taking care of your family and learning how to do those things, right? Because
Right.
it's not only something that you know how to do. First off, you got to learn how to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. That's why you said dedicating yourself to the gym, eating habits, being like you said committed to your diet, and all those different things. And your diet consists of more than just what you put in your mouth; it's what you put in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so, you know what I mean? It's about understanding the situation from that perspective. Now, when it comes time to getting money, the problem sometimes happens when, like I was telling you earlier, with people trying to do everything all at once because they're being led by sight and not by faith. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I see all of these things around me happening for other people. My sight is telling me that I can do whatever I see being done. My
Oh yeah.
faith, on the other hand, isn't in alignment with those things coming to be because it's not what's supposed to be for me.
Right.
People don't want to learn how to slow walk things. They don't want to learn how to get from the shoebox money to the safety deposit box money.
But
They want to go straight from ground zero to ground 10.
I'll give you a perfect example though of me. Like I've never been affected by somebody else's growth.
Right.
I just know what I feel, me physically feel, or mentally where my mind is being, and it's never triggered by seeing somebody else. It's triggered by when I might look and say, I know I could be doing more.
Right.
You know what I mean? But let me ask you this. We got any would you rathers or this or that today?
I sure do.
Which one we doing today?
We're gonna go would you rather.
Dun, 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 dun. It's another episode of Would You Rather. I don't really know what I want to say. Come on. Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather.
Go ahead and do your thing. Do your thing.
Whether P gonna ask some questions, I might answer.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna flip it one day, and I'm gonna start asking P questions.
Okay. All right.
But eventually, you'll get an answer from me.
I love it. I love it. And and the people love it too.
Yeah.
All right, man. Would you rather
Yes.
be able to fly or to breathe underwater?
Oh, I want to breathe underwater. I want to breathe underwater all day. Yeah.
See, I got a slow. I ain't gonna jump right out there.
Yeah, but
duck-sized horses and all of that. I got you. All right. Outside, back in the day, E, would you rather your crush be able to read your mind or have access to your internet history?
You said back in the day, would I want my crush to read my mind or have access?
You could.
No, I'm asking.
Either way, yeah. Either time period, yeah.
You said
would
back
you
in the
rather
day.
your crush be able to read your mind or have access to your internet history?
Read my mind. Because if you see the shit that was in my mind, I
don't think there's much difference.
Yeah.
I think if they looked at your internet history and I don't think there's a big. Personally, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what you look up. I don't. They'll find a lot of music in both. Is what I'm saying. There's a lot of music history in your mind and in your internet history. That's
it is.
Okay. Like that one? Okay,
right.
Let's move on. Would you rather swim in the ocean at night, knowing a shark could be nearby, or spend the night in a house you believe was haunted?
Man, I'm going to sleep in the haunted house, man. I ain't fucking around. Listen, I know the shark is going to try to bite me if I'm out there. if I believe, first of all, I can't even swim, but I could be Michael Phelps. I ain't going out there with that shark.
Okay. Would you rather spend a bunch of money on your wedding or on your honeymoon? Wait there. Or would you rather just have the money to spend on yourself? Because who needs to get married? Wow.
Okay, so.
Wow. Y'all can answer that at home. May apply differently. Your responses.
I probably would spend it on the wedding itself.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. And what made me more into that is because I'm in the business of that. So I understand. So I see so many different types. So certain weddings that I be like, bro, I'm gonna tell you, it's like I see the differences in packages sometimes. I could be going to the same location, right, and be like, yeah, I'm going back to such and such. We was here 2 months ago to get here. Be like, wait a minute, they dessert bar look way more skimpier than the one that I had over here. They had donuts on a ring over. I don't even want no donuts. I just like what it looked like.
Yeah. And because to me one follows the other, I would feel the same way as far as the wedding. Because my family and close friends who I want to be a part of that day, they're there. So I feel like splurging that way to have them be a part of that day where, I could be a little bit more conservative. Never cheap. Always more, conservative. I tell people, don't say cheap. You cheap. You got to expect things and not, be up to standard. Say more conservative.
Right. That's just like at mine. At mine, when we were in the, we were actually in the, what you call it? The cocktail hour.
Okay. Great. Awesome cocktail. That was amazing.
My boy was like, you really did it. I'm Diddy. No, I ain't Diddy. Diddy a billionaire, man. I ain't Diddy. I ain't Diddy
Right.
just to make sure you had a good time. Then
Right.
somebody came over there and was like, yeah, this. So the open bar only for cocktail. I went, oh, nah, brother, that's all night. Yeah, you Diddy for real, man. What you mean, man? Like, that's supposed to be all night.
And
You know
that
what I
what's crazy is that's not what you did it for,
mean? Right.
but the
I
answer
did
that
it because I wanted everybody to have a good time.
right, and that supports. So your answer was supported by your actual wedding.
Right. That's
You
what
know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean? So that was an easy one for you. I
So
got you.
so so it was funny too though. Before we move to the next question, I just remembered that I
Mhm.
was like, "Yeah, y'all try the drinks. You know, Lee got a drink, I got a drink. Y'all went and got mine. He got some old spicy shit going on.
Tabasco sauce in the drink.
Nah, it wasn't no Tabasco.
Wasabi.
It was the
Wasabi.
whiskey, man. It was the whiskey. That's what it was, man.
Ain't nobody had no. You ain't had. You had red hot spicy whiskey. Um, would you rather let a spider climb over you, or let a snake slither across you?
Nah, the spider gonna win. The spider got that. I ain't letting no snake touch me at all, man. I don't want the spider to touch me, but if I got to choose one, I listen, bitch. Snake?
Mhm. Would you rather spend a Friday night out with Little Nas X or Miley Cyrus?
Um, Miley. Miley.
Okay. Okay.
And it's just because I just feel like Miley just she was a party animal. She liked to party a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Would you rather? Would you? Okay. Would you rather have to pass out at
right.
9:30 p.m. every night, or fall asleep at 3:30 a.m. every night? No in between.
I gotta go at 9:30, man. I ain't doing no 3:30
Now,
a.m.
how does that work with your business?
Oh, you said every night. You said every night. Oh, it would be 3:30 then. Yeah, no, it'd have to be 3:30. Mm-hmm.
You only gonna sleep for an hour and a half.
No, I wouldn't. I would only have the one job doing that. See, I just like you. You guys can alter the questions. I wouldn't
Nah,
work.
I ain't
I
answering no
wouldn't.
question.
No. The guys create. I can change what I want to say because you saying every night. You right. I can't go to sleep every night and pass out at 9:30. I'll be like, throw your hands in, and I'm just done. Bitch, like I'll pass right there. You hear some shit hit like on the ground and everything at the gig.
All right. Would you rather live solo on an uninhabited island, or live in a city apartment with 6 roomies and only one bathroom?
I don't want to live with all them people, man. I live by myself. Where the island? You said what kind of island is it?
Uninhabited. Ain't nobody there but you. So one case you got a whole bunch of people living with you. The other one, no one's living with
Yeah, the difference is if I lived on that island by myself, I have a helicopter, something that could take me wherever I need to go.
you. You're not gay.
No, I
Super
can.
remix,
I
man. You
can.
gonna put how you
First
if
of
you
all,
got if you can
first of
afford a
all, first of
helicopter,
all, first of all, anybody who can
P,
afford to live on an island by themselves got bread. P.
listen.
They
I
got
get what
bread.
you're
I
saying.
don't care who. What
All
they
right, you
got
the same
money,
person.
bitch.
You the same person. If you could afford a
I go with
helicopter
the six then.
on an uninhabited on an uninhabited island, why not just get your own crib instead of having that apartment with the 6 roomies?
Because I
You
thought I
could be you
had to
could
live on an island or live with 6 people.
right, but then when you remix it and put a helicopter in the mix, which ain't
Oh,
in the
then I
question,
just wouldn't do neither one of them goddamn things. Then I just go get me a crib. That's what I do. Shit, what you talking about?
would you rather sing well and dance poorly, or sing poorly and dance well?
That's what I do. I dance well and I sing poorly. That's what I do. Now, cause I'm telling you, if I sung well and dance poorly, then I'm gonna do all my videos in a chair. I know you baby. You know, I do something like that. Feet cross. Say when you love someone, she just don't treat them bad.
This guy's would you rather have a pool in your backyard
Okay.
or live next to the ocean?
Pool, I don't even swim. Give me the ocean.
Okay.
Because it's you know why? Why do you knowing your brother and it has nothing to do with swimming. Knowing your brother, why do you think that I would rather just live next to the ocean?
Well, I think the ocean is going to be a more serene scene for you than you. I mean, knowing you, you'd go out there, you'd walk, you'd clear your mind. It just the benefits of being able to have access to an ocean, not just a pool. It's just I don't know. It's a lot more opportunities, a
Well,
lot more
you
things you can do.
you definitely it was definitely more than one answer, and that is one. That wasn't the one I was looking for. That is
Mm.
one. That is a great one because that is probably definitely what I would do. You know your brother well. However, I just believe houses that's closer to oceans have better resale value.
Okay, so I didn't. Wow,
You
I
know how
guess
my
I didn't think
mind is with
about that.
that money. You know I am.
Yeah, nah, I know. I think that that's definitely you. That's definitely something that you would say on it. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean there's a lot of reasons why people will go one way or the other, but I don't blame you.
Right.
Last one.
Hmm.
Would you rather be given $1 million tomorrow or $10 million 10 years from now?
$1 million tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I take the million
Fair
dollars
enough.
tomorrow, and I'll
Fair
turn
enough.
it. It'd be more than 10 by the time 10 years from now it come. It'd be I'll at least be at 20.
Excellent.
So,
My answer exactly. My answer exactly. You can take us out of that one, brother.
car sold me stop. That was another episode of Would You Rather. Next time, if you want to know, you gotta find put it at the bottom of the screen. You make sure that everything is good and everything is great. Let's get back to the show, all right? I don't even know what I said. That's how they be on the commercials.
I know. I know.
So,
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
it's
That's
the price,
equivalent. That's
price, monthly payment changes the
equivalent
credit
of them
score.
saying,
Viewer discretion is advised. What? Hey man, this has been episode 104 of the Porch Podcast, man. I appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with us for 104 episodes. Do remember you can find us on all your podcast streaming sites. That means iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Audible. And of course you can catch us every week. Brand new episodes on our YouTube channel. The handle is The Porch. Okay, that's right, The Porch. Every all 104 episodes there, and plus some bonus footage for me and Pete that's just running around doing all types of stuff. You know what I mean? When I had him as my slave, as the camera guy at the time, you know what I mean? He was he was holding me down. You know what I mean? So this is just how it goes. You know what I mean? That's how it goes on Love Train and of course on the Porch Podcast. You know what I mean? So any questions, man, anything, man, put them at the comments at the bottom right there and let us know that all episodes, you can hear them each and every Thursday, audio on your favorite podcast streaming sites by 8 a.m. And you see every video that night premiere on our YouTube channel, The Porch, at 7 p.m. P, you got anything else you want to say to him, brother?
Yeah, hey man, like E said, man, we appreciate you guys taking your time out each and every week to do what you do. Whether you're listening to it or watching it, or hopefully both.
Right.
As we say each and every week, tell a friend to tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you know when all the content is dropping. We're trying to work on some new things for the upcoming year. We won't speak about those things because we want to make sure that we got everything ironed out, every wrinkle is ironed out, and every I is dotted and T is crossed before we start doing it. But just know we appreciate it, man. And Merry Christmas. How
Merry
about that?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all y'all, man. And
Fa la 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 la
man, we see y'all
la.
next week. All right, y'all. Hey, peace, man.